should I follow the other people? I'm gonna have to do that afterwards. Okay, cool. And back on again now. Would you like to come join? Frosty? I'm currently solo at the moment, so... Yeah, give it a shot. It's really fun. It's takes a little while to get used to, but it's not too steep of a learning curve. Once you sort of get the hang of it, it's pretty fun. It's with the rank stuff. Basically, when you're queuing on your own, you'll end up playing against sort of other new players as well. So it's not too harsh. Sort of as you get better at the game, you sort of learn more mechanics, things like. You know, sort of the air dribbling, things like that, wall shots. But at the start, it's just chaos, basically. It's pretty difficult to get the hang of it. But I mean, it's also on Xbox and PlayStation, and it's cross-platform as well. So you can play it with people on PC, Xbox, whatever. I actually use a... what's it called? The new PS5 control on my PC. Works really well. Yeah, I'm just more of a PC player. I always have been, but this is not a game I could play with keyboard and mouse. Quite a few of my friends actually play on keyboard and mouse. Surprisingly, it did do quite well, but yeah, I would definitely not recommend using keyboard and mouse on this game. Definitely try and get the DualShock working on it. I can send you a guide on that if that's of any help. Ah, cool. So, yeah, I mean, you don't even need that. I think, so I'm assuming you're downloading it on the Epic Games Store. I think it's got like the thing built in, the controller support. So I'm still playing on Steam, which you can't get it on anymore because the whole Epic Steam thing, you know, the whole argument. And I also have some stuff going on I can't quite talk about, some testing things, but it's, I had a weird setup going on. I apologise if I get a bit excited playing this game. I just sort of get a lot of strange sounds and this means I'm having fun. So I mean, the rank I'm in at the moment is like high platinum, low diamond. So it's sort of like I think it's like top 25%, top 20% of players, something like that. So it's not, you know, sort of like too high end, but still gets very difficult. I'm like 29 as well now, so my reactions are not quite as good as they used to be. But you know, it's still pretty heavy on reactions this game. Like I was going to get demolished if I didn't jump. And yeah, they did that off like a sound cube. I'm running on a 240Hz monitor as well, which does actually make a big difference on this game. From the few games I've actually played where it makes any kind of difference. But ooh, that was a nice shot. I missed, didn't I? That was strange. So I'm not playing particularly well here at the moment. I'm just sort of chasing the ball a little bit. When you're playing with sort of a group of three, it tends to be a little bit more strategic and sort of rotate a bit more, but playing with solos, they never do it either, so it's kind of difficult to... Oh, go on. Oh, that's another one of the mechanics as well. Once it reaches 0 seconds, the game doesn't actually end until the ball hits the floor. So you can still score at 0, you know, after 0 seconds, which is pretty cool. Sorry, just chatting on Discord a second. Where are we at? Ah, cool. Our liability's coming on. Oh, I send you an invite now. Oh, you can't hear me because he's not on. I'm a fucking idiot. That would. One sec.
Oh.
Hey, what are you guys doing?
We're just weaving.
Oh, fair enough. I'll leave you to it then, because liability's come on for one. So.
Ah, all right.
So do it.
See ya.
If I can leave. There you go. Well, we stop spamming this shit, man. Just do this now. Where we at? Everything's wrong. Oh, my order on my Discord's changed. I'm trying to break the chat filter. It's quite easy to do, but. Alright, you want to do a twos while we wait then? Oh, you still can't hear me, can you?
Hello.
Hey man, how's it going?
Not bad. How about you?
Yeah, pretty good, thanks. Let me just turn this music down in game. Struggling to hear you a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't know this, but Yaz is from Birmingham as well.
Is it?
Man, that surprise was almost convincing. I thought he told you.
Is it?
I don't know. I swear he did, but it doesn't matter. Whatever.
I can't remember. That's crazy.
I know. You gotta do 2s or 3s while we wait.
Could do 2s if you want.
What's your 3s rank at the moment?
1 minute. I haven't played in 2 weeks. I've just been warming up a little bit.
You're about to say
Um,
like Diamond 3, aren't you, or something?
Plat 3. Still
Ah,
Plat
fair
3
enough.
for both, actually.
Fair enough
I
then.
was Diamond in fucking 2v2, but
I was
not
Diamond on
anymore.
3s. I started off on this season Diamond.
Sick.
I got the season rank like first week, something like that.
Nice.
So
Nice. That's sick.
we've got well, I can't do it now because my Rocket League's still broken till the end of the season, I think, till the update comes out.
What do you mean?
Oh man, don't even make me go into it again. It's just broken in general. Just yeah.
Batting.
Hmm?
Madness.
Yeah, well, you know how it is.
Uh,
Partly, I've figured out kind of what's going on with it now. I'm not sure if I can talk about it for various
so
reasons.
It's the same car as you.
Sorry?
Yeah, it's the same car as you, even the detail.
Oh, I wonder why.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
What do you mean with all that?
Because it's a bot.
So confused.
Oh man, should be. I'll explain it when I can properly.
Yeah, no, is it in the store?
No, basically, so at the moment, there appears to be a small pool of users which are testing out a certain feature in-game. That feature appears to be a new physics sort of, the way the physics works. And I appear to be in that pool of users. Nice. But basically, you can influence, like, this is going to sound fucking crazy, but the way it works, so, usually when you play in, you get sort of like connected to a single server, don't you?
Yeah.
And it's sort of like the server's authoritative in terms of like all the physics and things, and the client's predictions just get thrown away. Sorry.
Oh, no bad.
But no, what happens is it switches between like the users, the ones who've got the lowest ping. And it actually turns out if that user can't see something going on, it lowers the amount of ticks that the physics for that thing are getting. So for example, let's say I can't see you because I'm looking downwards towards the floor. Your clock rate is gonna be reduced, and that means in effect like you're gonna miss more because if you jump, it's lower accuracy.
Yeah.
So that's what I figured out so far with it. Like, I think I'm the host at the moment, so
Oh wait, so they're doing player-to-player hosting?
yeah, but it varies. So like if I fucked around with it too much and made like too many frame misses, it would just switch to someone else. Like I don't know if it's like on all maps. It's only on this map it seems like as well that it happens. Like we're just gonna miss 100% now. You might notice your car speeds up and slows down as well.
You mean going supersonic?
No, I mean in terms of like, the game server speed going up and down.
Yeah. Okay.
So what happens is like, when you look back at the ball, it means it's got to sync again with the physics. So at that point then, either the ball's physics or your physics are correct. And obviously, if you're the
So they're
host...
basically testing how to fix the game properly.
Sorry?
So they're basically testing out how to fix their game.
I don't know. I'm just basing this off like, how I would have built this if that's the way it's acting. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because at first I was like, okay, shit, I've got weird Rocket League powers, and whenever I move my right analog stick around, people seem to miss. That was like the first fucking thing I got of it, and I was like, okay, you don't want to explain that to you? and you thought I was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've sort of refined that now into a semi sort of provable argument that actually I'm I've actually almost proven fully. I don't need to prove it. There's no reason to do it, but for my own sanity, it's probably a good idea to prove to everyone I'm not completely batshit crazy.
That's true. Well, at least you found a theory or a solution to what was going on.
Yeah, I mean it's not a solution
Yeah.
because it's still going on, but
Yeah.
I can use it to my advantage. So no, it's
Yeah.
the end of the season, and then it's probably going to get removed again, I assume. So
Oh yeah, probably.
because I'm assuming I'm not the only person that's noticed it, unless I'm the only person running it, which I doubt. But there'll be no reason for me being the only person running it. They would do it to like a small pool of users, wouldn't they? To test it out, maybe.
When's the next tournament? An hour and a half. Do you want to play it?
Yeah, we can do. Yeah. So
Okay.
this Frosty's going to join us for a little while. I'm not sure if I think they're new to the game. So I'm just going to do a few, but they're on the stream as well, so they can hear everything on here. I think.
Yeah, that's fun.
So I've stopped vaping again as well now, by the way.
Ooh.
I'm back on the lozenges.
Wait, you've stopped vaping? I thought. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've stopped vaping.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on here? Someone just left the server, I think.
Oh no.
Oh, is that ghost person? Oh no, they've just gone offline. Never mind. It's my buggy Discord. Mad about bars. Is that you, Frosty? Got too many places where people can reply on chat, and then when people add me, it's fucking difficult because it's like they had to give me their epic name. Hey,
Hello.
how's
Hi.
it going?
Not bad. You?
Yeah, pretty good, thank you. Just getting set up and everything again. Are you all ready to play?
Yeah, I just sent you a request now.
Ah, cool. Was you the Mad for Bars one?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, mad about bars. Yeah.
Oh, Mad about Bars. Yeah, cool. Sending an invite. So have you?
I forgot what my own name were, to be honest.
So you said you played it on PS4 before, have you?
Yeah, I've got the pad now. Like you said, it just started working. I didn't even need the app. So.
Yeah. Have you played it on PS4? So like your settings and stuff should have come across.
Yeah, it's all the same. I weren't the best though. I've not played it much, but I have played it.
It's alright. We'll just jump in a couple of casuals anyway. It's
Yeah, sure.
just have a laugh, innit? It's
Yeah, that's true.
it's the end of the season, so new season
Oh, is it?
tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, April 9th.
Yep. Hopefully they'll fix my game.
Yeah.
My game's pretty broken at the moment, so
Alright. Yeah, I heard a bit on stream about it.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it's in theory. It's not,
Yeah.
solid, but based on the way. God, you're doing it as well. Everyone's going like sounds like an American when they say yeah. It's me. It's just me. I've been going through some shit lately, and like everyone, I keep picking up on it. Like, and everyone they go yeah, and they just sound American, and it drives me fucking crazy. It tilts me. There's nothing wrong with it. Carry on doing it, but it's me. It's me that's mad.
We're all mad here.
What other games do you play there?
Well, before I got PC, it was mainly just like COD and things, but since I got PC, I've been playing Phasma, a bit of Cyberpunk.
Oh yeah. The real version of Cyberpunk or the
Yeah, the real one, yeah. Well, I got it free, to be honest. No, I didn't get it free. What am I talking about?
I was gonna say if you got it free, it wasn't the real version.
No, it was GTA I got for free. I got it quite cheap though, because obviously we'd been a bit broken. It was on sale when I paid for it. So
the version that's not just broken, it's completely not even the
Is
same
it?
game. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
No, a lot of people don't.
What do you mean?
Oh man, there's too many rabbit holes to go down here tonight, and all of them sound like fucking crazy conspiracy theories. And to be fair, these probably are, but you know, it's too much for one night. The physics stuff's like enough for tonight. We can go over the what's it called? Cyberpunk one another day. Like, watch this. No one's gonna be able to hit the ball now in a second. Is everyone missing?
Kind of.
Also, you can kind of make it curve as well. Like, watch this. Did that curve like way out of the way it should have done for you?
I have no clue to be honest with you.
Come on, man. You're like, you've been playing the game for ages. You can tell.
God knows. I don't really pay attention to football. I just get and change.
No, but like,
No.
a lot of it is like, you just think, oh, you know, it's just me and I just missed. But the game, like, the way it's set up, like, XTSC is like the game subtly slows up and speed, sort of, you know, slows down and speeds up.
Yeah.
Sort of like, probably about plus or minus 5%. So like, you know, you don't notice it most of the time. But when you've got like a really like, you know, clip shot, like it's like 1 frame, 2 frames, you're gonna miss it 100%, aren't you? And you definitely notice all of like this game, the frame skips and stuff when you've got like 240Hz monitor, which I have now. Oh, sorry man. It's alright, they'll miss that, you see. I just keep pressing triangle. It's there's no way of proving this either way, you know, other than watching the game speed go up and down. But then again, that could be completely unrelated to what I'm doing.
But how'd you see it? The game speed.
So if you press F12, no, F10, keep pressing it. And there's the thing.
Comes up with like charts and stuff like that.
Yeah. So like, I'll tell you when I'm doing it, and the latency will suddenly start going up. Like, watch. Is it going up?
Not sure what it is.
I think you are host now, by the way. So you try it. So whoever's got the lowest ping tends to be the host. Do it then.
You just look, yeah. Do you just look down?
What?
What do I have to do? Just look down.
Just like, yeah, look straight at the floor, like, so you can't see the ball. And then no one can, like, everyone sort of like slows down, or they won't be able to like hit the ball as they intend to. Like that.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Yeah, that is pretty fucking weird, isn't it? It'll only work when you're playing with me, by the way. It won't work when you're with other people. I don't think.
Not more bad,
No.
So how are you going to use your newfound powers? Are you going to use them for good or for bad?
No, I'm going to use them for complete badness.
So I'm actually going to report this to Epic, like see if they give a shit. They're probably just going to laugh me out of the place, but because I have no, you know, sort of proper write-up for it.
Proof, basically.
I mean, you know, I have enough proof based on the amount of times I've been doing it in the past few days. They also keep pressing L. Oh, also, I think you pretty much become host if you turn ball cam off, like 100%.
Really?
No.
Yeah. Yeah. So just try it. It's obviously only one person can do it at once. So don't do it yet. I'm gonna send Balcom off now. Right, I've got it on now.
We're just trying to mess with my head, I reckon.
Sorry?
We're just trying to mess with
Dude, I wouldn't do that, mate. It's been messing with my head for the past fucking months. It's been driving me crazy. Like, I noticed, like, you know, and everyone else was like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know, it doesn't do that. And it was only doing it, like, when they were playing with me. So it was pretty fucking weird. But then there's another thing as well, that you can kind of tell who's host as well. By sometimes the names have a shadow over them and lighting effects on them. Which is really fucking weird. It doesn't happen when I'm host. So that's one way I can tell whether I'm host or not. And it only does it on this map in particular. And even though I've got this map disliked, it just seems to keep putting me on this map every fucking game. So
Awesome.
Are you sure that you've only got it on lights?
I've got it on likes, like 100%. It's red, it's big, it's red, and it's thumbs down.
Maybe they're just like, oh yeah, you don't want this one, let's just put him on every single game just to piss him off.
Imagine.
Yeah.
But no, like, I don't understand, like, where that would come from. Like, you know, why it would be a thing.
Maybe it's a social experiment to see how many people carry on playing Rocket League. Like, you know,
What, it's just trying to kill the game?
yeah.
What, a social experiment to kill the game?
Basically, Epic brought it, made it free, and then just tried to sabotage it or something.
I did kind of joke about that, but did you know it's a lighting effects change then as well?
No.
That means I'm host now.
Nice shot.
Did you notice that?
No, I weren't paying attention, but I was just saying that when nice shot.
Suddenly everything went higher definition. Cheers for the nice shot. I was listening, and I'm just trying to debate on conspiracy theories at the moment, so
It's interesting.
it's,
I reckon some games do that stuff like that. Though, without
to be
telling people.
fair, it is like, you know, it is a pretty good idea, but I think the execution maybe isn't quite right. Like, maybe they could do that and then, rather than, you know, deciding post-hoc what happened, have some sort of smoothing, like some sort of spline set on it instead, rather than just deciding afterwards. Ooh, nice. Did you have ball come off then?
Yeah.
Yes, no one could hit it, could they? Keep switching between the two and they can't hit it even more. Oh no, I'm host, yeah. And also, it also seems to be that if you sort of like, if you're looking at a ball and it's ambiguous in terms of like which way it's going, that seems to make some sort of difference. If that makes some sort of sense, probably doesn't. It's based, projected from the player as opposed to, you know, sort of like rendering the whole world.
What?
Yeah, I know, it's kind of hard to explain, but it's sort of like more based like maybe ray tracing somehow.
Right, okay.
In terms of like having a ray from the player to the ball, and then using that to figure out like which way it's gonna bounce. but if you can time it like just before they are about to make like a critical hit and then flip or something, make a miss. Because the it skips a frame, the server, when it's when it switches to someone else as a host. It like rubber bands.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yes. But like I've been trying to like figure this out for fucking ages. What else? How are you liking the game so far then?
Yeah, no, it's pretty fun, isn't it, to play?
Yeah, it's, it takes a while to get used to. It's one of them ones
Yeah,
that
definitely.
you've got to sort of like give it. I mean, I've got literally like 30 days of game time.
Yeah.
It's like in game, not sat on the menu.
I've been
So-
playing for a year, and I'm still bad.
When you say a year,
Yeah.
is that Steam time?
Not sure. It's like 1,800 hours. I think.
That's not a year.
How long is it then?
I don't know. I can't do mental maths when I'm going forward in the car. That's dangerous. It's like drinking and driving, but worse. No, it's not worse. It's like thinking and driving. See what I did there?
Yeah.
Wait,
That was bad.
so you're
Wasn't it?
saying?
What did you say, Waverley?
So if you can't think when you're driving, then
Well, no, I mean, not thinking about other stuff than the driving. Oh, nice. That was teamwork. Sorry about that. What happened? Did you get bumped by the floor then? By the way, if you're on, if you hold the square button, you know when you landed doing a jump,
Yeah.
you'll land a lot more cleanly.
Oh yeah, like yeah, I get you. Nice.
Post then. Suddenly everything went high def.
No.
But yeah, so I think the 24 ping thing as well, and that's the lowest you can get with this weird stuff that's happening. It's usually on like 15 ping or so, but
I've never seen any lower than that in the game, to be honest with you.
the way they calculate it, so I mean, you could even say that, you know, the physics calculations are being done on the server, because I am the server.
Yeah. But the
It's
thing
fine.
is, in like Siege and stuff like that, you can get a lot of people with non-ping and people with party ping on the same server.
You can
I
get,
don't know
sorry?
how that works. People with non-ping, like,
It's just different ways of calculating it really, so
okay.
I mean, the way usually people calculate it is how long it takes for one piece of data to get to the server and back again. But some people sort of like, you know, some games calculate it differently, sort of like how long it takes to get to the server, or sort of like get to the server and then go in a buffer or something. So it's also like a psychological thing as well, like people think that if they've got a higher number then it's worse. It's like, so games tend to sort of like try to go for the lower value. Sorry. Fully casual by the way, so. Nice.
Yes.
Did you look down at the floor? Watch this. Now in the,
Nice.
in the replay now, everything's going to look perfect because it's had time to do the collision resolution and figure out, you know, smooth it out. So it's pretty hard to
Yeah.
dissect, but do you want to do a little test of it? We did a test before with Fred and I managed to convince him and prove it to him, like beyond much doubt.
Oh man, are we going into a private match?
No, it's not going to work now, is it?
No, probably not. But you
It
never
did
know.
work before. I found ways of inducing it at least a little bit, but Where's it at now? Private.
They do say if you believe something enough, they come true.
Did you say what?
That if you believe something enough, they comes true.
Well, I mean, yeah. Let's not start with that. You know.
Only joking.
I mean, I'm a millionaire as well. That's the thing as well, isn't it?
Exactly. That's gonna come true one day. You'll see.
It's no. I mean, if you believe it enough, it's true now, isn't it? That's what you're saying.
What is money?
Hmm.
What is money?
Oh, let's not start
You
again.
said-
I've already had this debate twice today,
Yeah.
and I think we're actually connected to a real server now because I've got 16 ping. Just join the team. We're not going to play properly. What I'm going to do is try and convince you. So go for one of your like normal kickoffs. Did it act weird there?
Yeah, a little bit.
Go on, try and hit it again now. Like do a wall shot or something. A wall shot. But, oh no, never mind.
Yep.
It's
I
so
didn't mean
good.
to score, but
That's
yeah.
so good. Go on, try and take it up the wall and do like a wall shot in the goal. I'm just talking to liability, not you.
Okay.
Is it acting weird at all? Jack?
Yeah.
Yeah, like super weird.
Yeah, I look completely matched.
Like, did it feel like it was your fault when you missed? Or did it feel like lag? Alright, go again, go again.
Oh no, I didn't even. No, I didn't. I missed it.
It looked like it was going to go in though, didn't it?
Yeah. I thought. Yeah.
But it was ambiguous, you couldn't quite tell. You're host now because you turned your ball, come on. Right. Now, if I can angle this just right, I can make it miss. With my camera? No.
Oh, I went in really slowly. So.
No, but the point was that because there's a ray projecting from my car to the ball, watch how it bounces now.
Yeah, Papa goes off key, looked at left.
Yeah. So Rocket League doesn't have curve physics in the ball, does it, Jack?
No.
So explain
I
that
forget
one.
mod to do that. Oh shit, my bad. Yeah, you have to get a mod to do that.
Explain that one, because I don't have a mod.
Yeah,
Well,
it's weird.
as far as I know.
I mean, it bounces different directions sometimes.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it'll bounce weird, but
Right, go on.
guess
Try
that's
and challenge.
what you
Try and
mean,
challenge me now. Try and challenge me, Jack.
so what you're saying, when it bounces weird, it's not because of the physics of the game. It's because of the ball being like someone's looking the wrong direction or something.
Possibly, like it's so imagine like it's going to bounce at the wall. So,
Yeah, and then it bounces like halfway
but then
across the
it
map.
can figure out like there's a chance that it's going to bounce one way or the other, and based on like how it's being looked at by the host or not being looked at, it can make a difference. I think like if the host isn't looking at it, it would default to whoever was looking at it, but they would be doing like less frames per second of physics calculations.
Yeah.
So I can make you miss. So like, go ahead, try and hit the ball now.
Who?
You. Not like
Yeah.
have ball come on, yeah.
Oh, come on. Yeah.
1 minute, I'm gonna try and like. Did that go really weird then?
Not sure.
Make sure you got ball come on, yeah.
Yeah, it's on.
Is it acting weird?
Not better than today. Yeah, a little bit. You're confusing me. Just going.
This is just the normal private match. There's no way I'd be able to have like mods and shit on here, is there?
I think so. See,
So
that was weird.
sorry,
That was weird. It's almost like you hit it out the way.
I did.
No, watch this though. See?
Yeah. So sometimes as well, like you see things that don't make sense
And
when you
also,
play with me. Like
you know when you're on the corner, you jump,
yeah.
like, say you're...
Yeah.
You jump, it doesn't come off the wall like that.
Yeah, but that's because I can't see you properly. So I've got ball come off now. Make sure everyone else has got ball come off.
Because sometimes I'll jump to go to the ball and my car won't even come off.
Come
the
race
wall.
me as well, by the way, yeah?
Jump always.
Right, come drive
Very
next to
sure.
me. Just drive next to me. Like, don't boost. Just drive next to me. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh.
You just boost it.
No, sorry. All right. What I'm gonna do? Drive next to me now, but not like right next to me, so I can actually look down at the floor. Make sure you've got ball. Come on.
Come on, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Go. Am I going faster than you?
Yeah, a little bit. Considerably faster, actually.
Yeah. That's because I was doing more physics calculations for me than for you. So drive behind me now, like. So I'm gonna start in 3, 2, 1, go. So are you like quite far behind me?
I don't think so. I think it's the same. That was the same until.
Okay, watch this. I'm gonna like catch you up easily.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. You couldn't see me, could you? So it's fucking magic. Or illusion. What you can't see, like, you know.
The snake. We've got 100 snakes here.
Yep. Go on, you're gonna miss it now. Well, come on, boys, come on, don't cheat.
I always have it on.
Like, is it acting really fucking weird?
Yes.
I'm not sure. I miss a lot anyway, so I'm probably not a good person to test it on.
I know, but Jack doesn't. Jack's like...
Yeah, no, Jack, yeah.
What happened there?
Yeah, I don't know.
Was anyone watching the ball then?
Just
Yeah.
So on
like
my
it.
screen, it was like, it went from, I'm gonna do the path that it did. It went like this. And then it appeared over there. Now if no one's looking at the ball, leave the ball where it is, and no one look at it, everyone put ball come off, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, don't look at it, like, I'm
looking
interested
at
in what's gonna
myself.
happen. Oh, how did it get there? How the fuck did it get there?
Yeah, I'm not looking at it.
Right, no one looked at it. Jack, you're not looking at it, are you? Look at it now.
Just rolling about.
Was it in
innit?
the right place? Like where you would expect it to be?
That's
I don't
not
know.
where it's hiding,
It's just rolling about on its own.
But if no one can see the ball, then it doesn't need to do physics calculations for it anymore, so it disappears.
I'm so confused.
Oh.
Not disappears, but maybe stops moving, or maybe goes to like really lo-fi ones. So this is my rocket science presentation.
To me, it felt like it was moving quicker than it should have been.
It might have done, but the reason is, so like, you know how, okay, it's a bit of a science lesson, you probably already know this, but like in sort of so Einstein, his second law of, so his general law of gravitation, I think it is, you end up getting dilation. So say you've got a clock and you've got two clocks. You put one on a rocket that goes like the speed of light, and you leave one on Earth. Sort of like when it gets back to Earth, it's going to be like different times, and that's not because it made the clock run faster. That's because the clock experienced time differently. Right? You with me so far? I'm terrible at explaining this shit, but so now imagine this is basically a simulation of a reality. I'm not saying it's like a full one, but your computer has to do like a certain amount of calculations every second, doesn't it? So it's a clock. And all of our clocks have to somehow sync together and agree on some sort of like consensus reality basically in the end, don't they?
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Yeah,
we see the ball in different
that's not-
places completely.
I know, yeah, but that's not true because in reality, the seconds aren't the same, but we say they are the same. It's not like.
Well, they're not.
The
That's
hours
what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. But so just for a second, like think about it like that, and then you'll realize, like, if one of the person's clocks is running faster, they'll actually be able to do more physics calculations per second, and that means they'll be able to sort of like, you know, get more jumps and things. But it makes everyone else's run slower. So when they start, you know, when they sort of like gets to the point where they have to like sync back up together, the other person will start lagging at that point and getting like variance and start missing. So by me looking up and down like that and shit, just really fast, it's sort of inducing that, and then as soon as I look back at you, it means that our clocks have to sync back up together to come up with some sort of consensus. Right? And then that means that what my client thought it did might be wrong. And we have to figure out then at that point which client was right.
And then that would cause ghostage and shit like that.
Yeah. So like, at that point, it's like, what do you do? How do you resolve that? Do you look at a third one? Do you like get the third one, or do you just sort of make a guess? That's probably like that's probably what they do. They probably just say, fuck it, you know, we've not got time, one way or the other, or meet somewhere in the middle. So yeah.
We'll do a couple more games.
Yeah, let's do a
test it out.
couple more games and test it out. It's not going to work anymore now, because we won't end up on that map probably. But
Yeah, maybe.
so it only seems to work
So-
on that map reliably.
Which map is it? What's it
The
called?
one we were just on the private map. Let me find it.
Champions Field.
No, it's not Champions Field. It's I'm
Isn't it?
just gonna find it.
Oh.
No. It's just give me a second.
Okay.
Give me a second. Calm down. Calm your tits. This is why I don't stream very often. So Forbidden Temple. When I said don't stream very often, I mean, well, I do stream very often. I've been streaming pretty much constantly for the past 5 days. But yeah, it's the Forbidden Temple one.
Oh, got you. For some reason, I thought we were just on Champions Field. It really confused me.
Yeah, so before it was doing it on the neon fields as well, but it doesn't seem to do it anymore, as far as I can tell, except when I'm playing with Fred. So that's another extra rule in there that makes no sense either.
Do you think different players get it on different maps?
Don't know. I think obviously it probably does it less on the competitive ones that are in the normal competitive cycle, and I don't think that map is supposed to be in that one, so it probably means we're not actually playing competitive, or either that or what's it called? They've just added it for certain people into the cycle when you're playing comp, which might be how they test it, just by rolling the map out to certain people. So, okay, it might work on this one. The names look weird for me, so, as in the colour of the names. There's a shadow casted on them. Can you see that as well? Jack?
A little bit, not very little.
Making everyone miss it now, I'll try. Is it working? Is it working?
Yeah, a little bit.
But just remember, when you do it as well, your clock also has to sync back up afterwards. So if you've got to do like a lot of stuff afterwards, then it's going to put you at a disadvantage. You can't go as fast
So
either.
why would you do it then?
Why would you do it? Because you've just made a shot, and say, for example, the ball was going towards their net, and someone was frantically trying to get to it, like really fast. Like here, for example. Then you start moving it around. And then they wouldn't be able to get to the ball as fast, they wouldn't be able to accelerate as fast. Because it'd be doing less physics calculations for them. Like, someone's doing it now, I can tell with the amount of frame skips. Was that you, Jack?
No. Oh, the ghost hit there, wasn't it?
That wasn't a ghost hit, that was a, what's it called? That was a flip reset.
Was it?
Yeah, I got a flip reset.
Because I swear it bounced off of something.
I just did it again then.
Yeah.
I think I'm host again. Yeah, you completely missed that because I was doing it, I think. But no, this isn't ranked, by the way, so don't worry. Also, what's the 51? Are these guys like some famous people or something?
What do you mean?
With special banners? We played against 2 of the phase people yesterday. We played against we've been playing against nothing but fucking pro people on what's it called? You know, we've been in casual.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming they might have been testing it out on pro people and then thrown a few non-pro people in the mix as well. Because there's no other reason why we would have been meeting up with so many, like, you know, streamers and pro people. Stop it, Jack. I see you there doing that.
You see nothing, so...
I don't, because you just disappeared and changed that location.
Yeah. What, was you looking at the floor?
Well, I wasn't, and then I was, and then you were like somewhere else. So that was interesting.
Yeah.
Are you a wizard?
I'm not a wizard, Hagrid.
What the fuck was that? That was bullshit. And how did I get this score? Because I didn't hit it. Not on my screen. Anyway, I missed it completely on my screen.
Yeah. I just tapped it or something.
Yeah, well. I'm gonna make a miss now. Oh, well, never mind. He just went straight for the ball, didn't he? So he couldn't miss. Good pass.
I got great, didn't I?
Well, you couldn't hit it because you couldn't accelerate fast enough because they have ball come on.
Yeah.
You probably just think I'm going batshit crazy now and you're like just humouring me, aren't you? Or does it kind of make sense?
It kind of makes sense, but I'm also kind of confused as well.
I'm not sure it's entirely correct, but I think there is definitely some sort of experiment going on, like in terms of the physics and things. Because, like I said, it doesn't happen all of the time. It's only on certain maps and with certain people. We kept bumping into the same people like over and over again on ranked when we were playing as well.
What rank are you, man?
Like diamond, sorry, battery, something like that. Allegedly. That's all I'm gonna say.
Allegedly. Okay.
Is that like battery?
I'm so confused. Oh, Intravinal?
What?
He got champion now.
I know.
He won a champion and won.
I'm assuming he's also in on this as well, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Because every time I'm online, I keep getting fucking things like to say, you know, to try and make me join constantly from him. And I told him, like, you know, stop sending me fucking things. I got annoyed at it. He's a nice guy. Just stop spamming. Then there was also the really weird fucking thing that was happening at the start of the season. Which was like some weird fucking game that was going on where like there was one person that had to always stay at the back because they couldn't fucking hit the ball. It was impossible for them to do it. Like literally impossible. You were there, weren't you, for that, Jack?
I don't remember.
What do you mean you can't remember?
I genuinely cannot remember.
You played a few games when like I was trying to explain it to you and you thought I was going batshit crazy again.
Oh.
But then we sort of like managed to. The person at the back couldn't hit the ball. They just kept ghosting through it, however hard they tried. So the point was like, if you weren't rotating, the person at the back, like, you know, couldn't do it. if they sort of like brush to the front, you had to rotate properly. Did you? So it was really fucking me over. Because I don't rotate. So when you press F11 a couple of times, so is it F11? F10 to bring up the graphs. What does it say for your physics rate? Jack?
Hmm?
When you press F12 a couple of times, what does it say for your physics rate?
F10. Physics rate. Let me see. 120.
Yeah, that's same as mine. I think if you're on if you're playing against console players though, I think that might go down to 60. Sometimes anyway, so
What?
I don't know. It was doing before. I don't know if it is anymore. I'm assuming maybe it's just, you know, less calculations per second and just means you can spend those calculations and other stuff, so yeah, I think I might leave it for now anyway, guys.
No,
No?
no worries.
Oh, I thought you were saying no. Like, no, you must
No,
stay.
no. No, it's fine.
I mean, I was all up for like staying there when you said that, but
Really?
no, I'm gonna have to take a break for a bit. So, anyway, cheers, guys. It was fun. It was nice to meet you, Frosty. I will follow you if I can find you. Send me a link to your Twitch or whatever as well.
Yeah, I'll post it if you're playing again. I'll come back on some another day.
Yeah, man. Cool. It was fun to meet you anyway.
Yeah, no worries. I'll see you both later. Thank
See you
you.
later.
Bye.
See you, man.
See you later. Before you go, like, what do you think of that theory? Like, do you think, you know,